Hi, I'm Jim Ryan, Senior Trainer with Working Partners. I've been providing employee education and supervisor training, as well as training other folks to do employee education and supervisor training around drug-free workplace for over a decade. We provide amazingly relevant, meaningful training to the companies and organizations with which we work. It's pretty much impossible to walk out of one of our trainings without having some meaningful, relevant information applicable to both individuals' personal lives, but also the work environment. Our training is interesting, it's engaging, and it's applicable. I have had supervisors approach me after training who've said for the first time ever in their work experience they understand what reasonable suspicion is. And they understand how to document it, and they understand how to follow procedures in terms of dealing with a situation with an employee they have concerns about. I've had supervisors who have approached me talking about their post-accident procedures and policies and how they've really kind of grasped now what that means and what accidents are testable and which ones aren't, and how to apply those policies and procedures, how to encourage employees to take advantage of help resources. I've also had individual employees approach me about the impact of the Drug-Free Workplace program and our education and training on their personal lives. Employees who've approached me that have talked about how they've reduced their drinking or have stopped smoking marijuana because of the education we've provided in an employee education session. Had an employee last year at a company that I've been training for several years who came up to me after the session and said because of the education he'd received the prior year, he had cleaned out his medicine cabinet and got rid of a lot of leftover medications that were no longer useful or being used, and now were not there for his kids or other kids who came into his home to get their hands on. So we see this meaningful change that happens in the audiences with which we work. And that is incredibly important, not only from the individual personal perspective of employees, but also for companies and organizations that are looking at culture, looking at enforcement of rules, and looking at creating the most safe and healthy workplace that they can.